Howdy gamers, welcome to our pre-launch live stream of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. We'll be playing the game for about 40 minutes. I'm going to try my best to get through the Skyview Temple in that time. I am joined by my good pal, Kurt Indovina, who will be reading the chat. If you guys have any questions about this game, drop in chat. I've completed the game myself, so I'm allowed to talk about anything except for the final dungeon and beyond. So anything before that, happy to answer questions, happy to show you anything you'd like to see. So with that out of the way, let's just get right into it. Kurt, start the timer.
Hi. Timer started. We're in 40 minutes. Bim, bam, boom.
All right. Cool. I'm going to get going. So before we begin, there were some questions in chat about the Amiibo functionality. So unfortunately, we did not have access to the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo before release, but I brought some Amiibo figures with me. I have the Skyward Sword link, so I thought I'd show off how that works. So first of all, you have to enable Amiibo in the settings, which I do have. It's off by default, and you can't use Amiibo until you first enter Faron Woods, and then you can summon Fi, and you can click Use Amiibo, and then I will scan. I don't know if you can see this. I will scan the Skyward Sword Amiibo, only for Fi to say, Master, I'm afraid that Amiibo accessory is not one that I can recognize. And that's the end of that. So the only Amiibo that works in the game is the new Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo, which I do not have. Every other Amiibo is the same. I have some more, but let's just get going because we only have 40 minutes.
Dude, we also, I mean, we have already lots of questions in chat. So
go for it. Go for it.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to start with Twitch, and then I'm going to go over to you YouTube folks. Don't you worry. Somebody in Twitch is asking, does the HD version still have that game-crashing Song of Hero bug that was in the Wii version?
I am not sure if it does. When I did the Song of Hero, I did it I guess the way it's kind of recommended to do it, where you would do Faron Woods, then Elden Volcano, and then Lanayru Desert. Because originally, for those who don't know, there was a bug where I think if you talk to the Goron, I forgot his name, in the Lanayru Desert, it would like crash your game. I'm not sure if it's there. I doubt it is, but I have not tested it myself.
I mean, we are with we are with GameSpot's Mr. Nintendo Zelda expert himself, Evan Langer. So he would know more than anybody else would know. Look at that damn outfit. I feel like I'm playing with Link, but he's talking and he has a beard and it's weird, but still, I mean, it still feels like a huge honor.
This is an outfit from when I was a kid. It barely fits me anymore. You only see the top, but it barely fits me on the bottom. Shout out to my friend as a child's mother, Robin Caesar, for making me this, and shout out to my own mother for making this hat. So
yes, dude.
So shout out to both those people.
Mrs. Langer, you're great. Anyways, we have some other questions I want to get to in YouTube chat. We have a lot of things coming up, so I apologize, folks. I am getting there as fast as I can. So, what do we got? Oh, so talk about controls, Evan. People want to know if you're playing with button-only controls right now. How to control the camera. So they want to know how to control the camera with button-only controls.
Sure. So let me demonstrate that right now. So if you use the right stick, you control the sword. Now, if you hold the L button, you'll see this little prompt right here that says use R to look, and then you can move the camera. So you can move the sword and then move the camera. So if you're playing with the motion controls, you just use the right stick to move the camera while Link swings the sword. But here you have to kind of do one or the other. But I think it actually works pretty seamlessly. So like, for example, I'm moving and then I'm like, oh, here I can go to that enemy in the other room. So
sweet. Man, so somebody else wants to know, can you play left-handed? Can Link go lefty like he's supposed to?
No, unfortunately, Link keeps his sword in the right hand. You can play with the button controls, but yeah,
discriminating.
Unfortunately, you can't switch. Yeah.
Man, people are I'm having trouble keeping up. Okay, so in the Game Spot trailers chat, we have somebody as the game running at 4K 60 frames per second or 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure that's 1080p at 60, correct?
Right. So for this stream,
no 4K.
This stream specifically, the window's in 720p, but yes, the game goes up to 1080p.
Finally, motion controls aren't needed. Thank God, Anthony Beltran says. Hey man, but at least it's there for those who want it, but not this time. Twilight Princess, what do we got? Somebody says, no. Please give us Twilight Princess, Majora's Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker. I agree with you, dude. Of course, I can't give you those things, but I agree wholeheartedly that we should have the ability to play those how our heart desires. But you know what? Nintendo does exactly what Nintendo don't, as Evan has put it. What do we got? Nintendo don't want to put those games on it. How did you get it early? Well, we're GameSpot, where it is for review, preview, press purposes. That's why Evan Langer, he's the video man who handled all that. He's got a bunch of video content. In fact, we have We got 10 minutes of original and remaster to check out. Some comparisons there. What else you got going on, Evan? What are you working on?
Yeah, we have the graphics comparison up on our main GameSpot channel. Hold on, I want to get. Oh, I got hit. I want to get this guy. The shield bashing is a lot easier in this game with the button controls. But anyways, yeah, we have the graphics comparison that I did with the Wii and the Switch version. We have our video review that was written by Kevin Kinazevic, and it was edited by Richard Lee. You can also check out 10 minutes of gameplay on our trailers channel, which is our second channel. And then there's this that you're watching right now. And I'm also working on a video about the biggest and smallest changes between the two versions, so that should be up hopefully by the end of the week.
We also have a question about whether or not Hero Mode is available from the start of the game.
No, unfortunately, Hero Mode is not. It's the same as the original.
Gonna unlock it. Good for you. I hear that little chest sound.
Oh yeah. I was skipping the dialogue. I don't need to skip the dialogue. Master, I have information for you. You have obtained a map of this area. You could view it by pressing minus.
Link's not supposed to talk, Evan. You don't need to do it.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to do it.
I will mention though, Fi still is doing obvious things in this game. I don't think it's completely removed, as some people might have assumed.
It was so obnoxious before.
There are instances where it's removed. I think personally I counted 17 instances where there were dialogue changes or she didn't pop up anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay. 17. Damn.
But there's still a bunch like this one.
Yeah, personally, I didn't hate motion controls. I'm one of those dudes who like got a lot of enjoyment sitting back and swinging my arms around like a fool. But so I also like when they did Super Mario Galaxy, also like on the Switch All Stars. I actually think I prefer playing that game with motion controls. Whitney, your meeting got canceled. Congratulations! You can hang out with us a whole lot longer. Down with work. Yeah. In GameSpot trailers chat, any other new features that have not been officially announced by Nintendo?
In terms of features, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there are little things like, for example, in the original game, one of the first things you can do is you can save this cat-like creature named Mia, and if you return it, originally the person asking would just be like, thanks, but now they give you 20 rupees for doing it. So there are little things like that. In the original game, there were these there was the Sheikah stone that you got towards the beginning of the game where you can go back to it and it would show you video hints of what to do. That has been completely removed from the game, so no more video hints. I guess they're really leaning into you figuring out yourself now, instead of them telling you what to do. There might be more, but those are the ones I could just think of off the top of my head.
I have no idea how to say this name. Emissisman? I'm sorry for screwing your name up in the GameSpot trailers chat, but he is using button controls for this current playthrough we're doing now.
Yeah, so you can see right here it says A to leap. In the original game with the motion controls, and if you use the motion controls on the Switch, you have to shake the controller to leap around. So now you can just use A, which is much nicer in my opinion.
Anyways, so somebody in the Twitch chat, Majinx07 is Hero Mode available at the start. Unfortunately, it is not. It is the same as the other one. You gotta beat the game, right? Is that how you get it, Evan? Mm-hmm. Gotta beat the game to become a true hero, even in a game that's from 2011.
Yes, November 2011.
I can't believe that. What happened? How? What? Anyways,
I know.
Yeah, if any folks in chat have played this game when it came out, Let me know. You'll show your age.
I did. I played it when it came out.
You're ancient. You look. You're. How old you were? Like 12.
I was 13. I was 13 when that game came out.
Is this compatible with the Pro Controller? Yes, it is.
Playing with Pro Controller.
Playing with it. He's doing it. Evan Link Langer is doing it. Somebody wants to know, what is your favorite Mario and Luigi game? Is it Mario and Luigi combined, or just like Mario game or Luigi game? Because in that case,
my favorite Mario game is Mario Odyssey. My favorite Luigi game is probably the original Luigi's Mansion. If I had to go separate.
So
what about you? What about you, Kirk?
Well, maybe, dude, Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS is like hands down one of the greatest games I've ever played in my entire life. I think it is. I think it's so good. I absolutely love that game. That's my favorite Mario game. Then probably Super Mario Brothers 3 after that. Otherwise, it's Luigi's Mansion 1. No, 2. I like 2 a lot. People hate on 2, but I think 2 is pretty amazing.
I was maybe going to say 3, but I feel like the original has such a mood, like such an atmosphere that was never replicated in the sequels.
So we got Sammy TV's asking how to control the camera again. If I remember this right, Evan, you hold the trigger down, correct?
Yeah, so you use the right stick to move the sword and the camera, but you hold the L button when you want to move the camera. Here, I'll wait for this cutscene to end, but I could do it again real quick.
Lots of questions about how you move the camera. I mean, that's understandable. So you couldn't do that before,
right? So if you move the right stick, you're just moving the sword. If you hold the L button, so not ZL, but the L button, then you'll see this little prompt here that says "look," and then you can use the right stick to move the camera. So, for example, you're running, you're moving the camera, then like, oh, there's an enemy. I'm gonna swing my sword. I'm gonna defeat them. I'm gonna be the hero of the skies.
Is there HD rumble? Did you notice that at all? Somebody asked that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of HD rumble. It's here. Maybe I'll let's see if there's any right here. No, there's no HD rumble for this. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit. There's not a lot, but there's a little bit.
Whitney just wants to know how the Pro Controller feels. Tell me about its texture. Does it feel? Does the texture of the controller feel good?
It's a very ergonomic design, as they say. Only true gamers use the Pro Controller. Okay. You've got these.
Let's not start that conversation. Give us your review of the Pro Controller. Just show us what it looks like. You like it?
Yeah, I love the Pro Controller. This is my Pro Controller that I got the day the Switch came out. I still use it. Still works fine. It's got really good battery life, which I like a lot. It's got nice thick buttons, which are good. For this game, it's really nice. I like the button controls in this game a lot. I think they work really well. But I know our review on GameSpot by Kevin, he was not a big fan of the button controls, so I imagine people like them won't.
That's why we get a little, at least there's options.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's your feeling on Spirit Tracks, Evan?
I love Spirit Tracks. I love the DS Zelda games. I think Spirit Tracks is better than Phantom Hourglass. I've always really enjoyed that game. The soundtrack's great. I like that you can kind of play as Zelda when you have her control those... I forget the name of those things that you can have her control, like those soldier type things. Spirit Tracks is good. Better than Phantom Hourglass, and I would recommend it.
Also, let's actually give Whitney what she asked. Like, how do you feel about, also there's somebody in Twitch asking kind of the same thing, is how are button non-motion controls? Button controls, are they responsive? Like, how does it feel? Like, how does it...
Yeah, I think they're great. Let me get these rupees real quick so they don't disappear. But I think they're really, really good. The right stick is used to control the sword, as it was like with the motion controls. You can go like up, left, down. You can also make it like this, so Link can kind of point at you. So it's like, hey,
I'm looking at you, pal. He looks like he doesn't want to make eye contact with you, though.
No, he doesn't like that I'm imitating him. But yeah, I think those are really good. The rest of the controls, left stick to move. ZR does all the buttons. There's gyro as well if you'd like for some of this stuff. And yeah, you can move the camera, which I think is an amazing addition. And I think holding the L button is really clever because the L button isn't really used for anything. Here, I could show you. Here's a screen of the controls for you. So yeah, you click in the R button to thrust, which is great. I never liked doing that with the Wii Remote, where you had to thrust forward. You click in the left stick to do a shield bash, which makes it a lot easier to do. Yeah, L plus R is look around. You do the R button to open the pouch, which was the same as the minus button on the Wii Remote. And then, like I said earlier, when you're climbing vines, you don't have to like shake the remote. You can just hit the A button and Link will keep leaping. I think they're really good. I think they're done really well. And I think, Skyward Sword at its core is built as a motion controls game. There's no getting around that. So I think the button controls are a great workaround, and I think they work really well. And for me personally, I'm more inclined to go back to this game again with the button controls than I ever was, being like, oh, I got to set up the sensor bar, and I got to, with the whole thing with the Wii Remote, and I got to shimmy it around. Kurt, you said you liked it, which is awesome, but for me, it was like, just never my thing.
I mean, I think for what it's worth, like, I think that's the thing about motion controls with the Switch, is that you don't need anything other than a Joy-Con, which is, relieving. It made playing a game like Mario Odyssey again. Mario Galaxy again, like exciting, and like I still have that nostalgic feeling without having to set up my Wii and motion bar and all that jazz. Let's see.
You also had to buy, I have it right here, the Wii Motion Plus controller, and I didn't own that, so I bought this when it came out. But like, if you didn't have that, you couldn't even play the game. You needed Wii Motion Plus.
What we got going on? Evan, how do you feel? You think you're going to be able to do this in 40 minutes? We got
how much
24 minutes left.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay.
Really? Damn. That's because you're a pro.
Girahim is very easy with the button, because Girahim's the boss fight in this dungeon. He's very easy with button controls, so I'm not too worried about that boss fight. Also, although I guess I've been kind of skipping the dialogue, but I think that dialogue I'll just kind of let go, because I think that's
fine. I mean, people will have their chance to get all in the nitty gritty of the dialogue when the game comes out on Friday. So we're here to see how it controls, how it feels, how it looks, and whether or not Mr. Nintendo Zelda expert Langer can get through this in 40 minutes while answering questions. So if anybody has any more questions, please hit us up in chat. While you're at it, let me know whether or not you like Zelda. So Zelda fan says, "I love this game." I'm glad Zelda fan loves this game. Yeah,
I could have sworn you would have been into Metroid Zelda fan, but that's how it goes.
Let's see. I mean, you're a Zelda fan for life, but that doesn't mean you love all of them.
That is true. I hate Triforce Heroes.
Bam! There it is, weighing in hot. Otherwise, so where are you at? What are you doing now?
So right now I'm trying to get I believe a key. A little earlier I got a piece of heart, so now I have 7 heart containers instead of 6, because I had 3 ahead of time. And for anyone curious about the button controls as well, I forgot to mention this. To do a fatal blow, you have to use the control stick and go up, down, up really quickly. And if you want to do a spin attack, you do left, right, left really quickly. So that's how that works, instead of having to.
That does sound. I gotta play it and see how that feels, because that does seem a little wonky hearing it.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's not always the most responsive, and I would admit that's probably the weakest part of the button controls. But again, I think a workaround for trying to substitute what the motion controls were doing, I think it's the best they probably could do.
Man, I can't wait to play Triforce Heroes HD Remaster.
See, I would actually want that, because the big problem with that game was it was designed for 3 people. And the only way to properly play that game with 3 people is to have 3 3DSs and 3 copies of the game and everyone in the same room. You could technically do online play, but there was no voice chat or anything. So if you were playing with random people, you wouldn't be able to communicate. And it's a game all about communication and working together. And unfortunately, I believe I was 17 when that game came out. So as a teenager, I don't have a lot of friends that were playing 3DS games and lived near me that wanted to play Triforce Heroes. So I played that game single player. And unlike Four Swords Adventures, Triforce Heroes was not designed well for single player, where Four Swords Adventure was. So I had a horrible time with that game single player. But if they redid it for Switch and they added like proper online functionality with like voice chat and stuff, or I guess I could just talk to people on the internet now, or talk through Discord or whatever, I would totally be down for that.
People on the internet.
Yeah.
Cheesy McNeasy wants to know what your favorite dungeon in the game is.
That is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with the Ancient Cistern only because I love that boss fight with that guy with all the arms, and you gotta like whip his arms off. If you remember that one,
it's so good. I remember like legitimately getting giddy during that fight. Like I remember like having a moment where like I think that one's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that dungeon specifically for that reason, but yeah. It's tough because a lot of the dungeons in this game are really good, but I think the boss fights are a little weak. Like you fight Girahim twice and stuff. So, Ancient Cistern, that's my answer.
For those asking if you think, I mean, somebody's like, do you think Nintendo will remake Oracle Seasons and Age of Spirit Tracks? I mean, we can't say. I guess it's a pipe dream, I would say, for like all things we want from Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Link's Awakening remake, and if they did that exact same thing for the Oracle games, I would completely be on board with that. So hopefully that happens.
How are the motion? We got a lot of people. I mean, for folks who are just coming in, Cool Cats, thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us, Mr. Nintendo expert, Zelda man himself, Evan Langer, and myself, Kurt Indovina. For those of you who don't know, we're playing with button controls. He's playing on the Pro Controller as we speak.
I think I lost Kurt. It's okay. He'll come back. So anyways, playing through the dungeon, we got the spider, which I'm going to push through the hole in the floor. So they're gone now. Gonna open this door so I can get back if I'd like to. And there's this guy who's gonna try to come after me, but I have a little trick. Make sure that he won't bother me or us. So how you guys doing? I don't have the chat open, unfortunately. So hopefully the issue with Kurt will be resolved in a second, and he'll be back, and we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're on our regularly scheduled programming. You know how it goes. Yeah, so here's another example of a change in this game with the button controls. You use the R button to swing the controller. So you can swing forwards and backwards. So you can jump like that. So instead of having to shake the Wii Remote or the Joy-Con like you were in the original game, you can do that now.
Cool. Hi, John Luke, producer here.
Hi, John Luke.
I've been
what's going
informed by Kurt that his internet straight up went out, and he is currently working on it.
Got it. No worries. I appreciate the update. I will keep things going in the meantime. Let me pull up.
I was gonna say I could pull up the chat and read for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Cool. John Luke is filling in for Kurt in the moment, so yeah, let me know.
Fill in for Kurt. I'm not sure where he left off.
Oh, whoops.
Let's see if there are any other questions or things people have in the chat. So let me turn my AC off.
All good.
Okay. So let's see. Cheesy McNeasy wants to know what your favorite dungeon is in the game.
I did answer that.
Oh, you did answer that. Sorry.
Yes. The answer is Ancient Cistern with I believe the boss is Kalaktos with all the arms, and he had to whip his arms off.
A very good one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so Emma wants to know, I'm not sure if this has already been asked, but what would you say is your least favorite thing about Skyward Sword? Whether it's Switch or Wii.
we were actually talking about this right before the stream started. When you have to do that whole Song of the Hero thing towards the end of the game, and you have to go back to all 3 areas, and you have to like swim underwater to get all the music notes for one of them, and then when you go to Elder Volcano, you lose all your items and you have to get them back. I did not particularly like either of those. I did like the last part of that section with the desert dragon Lineru, and how he has that whole challenge afterwards where you can refight the bosses. I think that one's cool. Oh, whoops. But yeah, those first 2 parts I think are a little bit like, all right, let's keep the game moving. But yeah, I would say that's probably my least favorite part if I had to think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, apparently Kurt just straight up lost internet.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, Kurt, but I appreciate you helping out as much as you did. And it's completely not your fault. I believe I got all the treasure. Yes, I did.
The trials of working from home.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I just saw him move for a sec.
Oh, is he coming back maybe?
Oh, it's back. He says it's back.
Perfect. The other thing, if you just saw, with the button controls now to open the door, you use the left and right stick to move it around instead of the motion controls, and then you click in the left and right stick at the same time to push the key in the door. So that's how that works, instead of the motion control. So here's a great cutscene where we meet one of the main antagonists of the game.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, are you back?
Yes! Yes! Cool. I am so sorry, my dear, beautiful friends. The modem just stopped. Nothing was working. It was the Zelda spirits were too strong. Oh, that was such a travesty. I can't believe this happened, but we're back. I'm so excited to be back. Hi, folks. I hope you're all doing well. Did I miss anything really special?
No, John Luke filled in for a minute to ask some questions, which was nice. You missed me putting the key in the door. You missed me getting the boss key, but no, you didn't miss anything. Totally not your fault, and I'm glad you're back.
Yes! Yes, yes, yes! All right. We are a professional company. However, I am at home. Deal with it. That's the nature of how it goes. So, yeah. Man, this is great. We still have 13 minutes left.
Perfect.
Evan is on track to finish this. I got lost in the abyss of the internet, and now I'm back. Thanks, folks. I'm really happy to be here. Round of applause, Alberto. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, you can skip cutscenes now in the original game. So if you just hit the minus button, you get a little prompt, which was only available in hero mode in the original Wii version of the game.
So Nono wants to know, yo, Kurt, how do y'all feel about the Loftwing Amiibo? Well, unfortunately, I don't think either one of us have it yet.
I'm looking forward to it. I pre-ordered it, but unfortunately, I don't have it yet.
Yeah. How do you feel about the feature you get with it?
I don't like that it's locked behind a $25 plastic figurine, but I think it's a cool feature nonetheless. But yeah.
Dude, I love this villain. I think he's incredible. He's so eccentric. Oh, look at him, so romantic.
Here's everyone's favorite part.
It's just one of those it makes him extra creepy because he likes to get up close and personal. And there it is.
I love when Zelda games deviate from Ganon. I think that's always that always pays off for them, like Majora and Majora's Mask, or Girahim for Skyward Sword, or Zant for Twilight Princess.
Yes.
Yes. I
also, Code Zero says, "Am I the only one who liked motion controls?" LOL. No, Code Zero, you're not the only one. I dug motion controls. I'm a fan. Say what you will. Everyone has their place, but that's why this one is exciting, because it's got options. You can play how your heart desires.
Yeah, that's definitely. It's not like they remove the motion controls in favor of button controls. You can choose both, which I think is great. My preference is button controls. Kurt's maybe preference is motion controls. Perfect.
I mean, I'll probably definitely be playing with button controls.
Wow, you're turning back on the motion controls.
Hold on, no. What I'm trying to say is, there's a give. It's depending on my mood. If I'm gonna play this thing handheld, it's gonna be button controls. But if I'm gonna dock it, I would probably, maybe consider it. We'll see. I have to get my hands on that thing. I haven't played it yet.
So. Right.
Okay. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everyone been since I was gone for a brief moment in time? What a terrible, terrible moment. We made it.
It's all good.
We're here.
That's how it goes.
Also, I want to give a personal thank you and shout out to Jean-Luc, the man, the creature who is not seen but is helping this happen, and also was able to step in when I went MIA. So Jean-Luc, thank you for everything you do.
Yes, thank you so much, Jean-Luc, for doing that, and for running this stream, and for helping me plan this stream and doing tests with me and everything like that.
Which Alberto Diaz wants to know, which Zelda game do Lily and Megatron like best? If
I would also like to know this.
I think Megatron, and for those in chat, I'm talking. These are my cats. Lily and Megatron are my cats. Megatron, who's asleep, you can't see her. Oh, you can kind of see her. There she is. Megatron, who's asleep. I get the impression that she's a spooky, mystical creature. I think her favorite would be Majora's Mask. Okay. Lily, on the other hand, is a bright, colorful, loving, obnoxious, beautiful creature. I think she'd be into either Wind Waker or... Oh. Did
we lose Kurt again?
We lost Kurt again. We'll
Oof,
never know.
That's okay.
We'll never know what other game Lily
really
loves.
Hey. Wait, no, you're back.
I'm back.
What's Lily's favorite Zelda?
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know. It was lost to... I can't believe this is happening. I have decent internet.
It's okay.
Whatever.
That's how it goes. Don't worry about it.
Okay. That's fine. Nobody will know what Lily's favorite is. I'm sorry, Alberto Diaz. I'm not going to turn back time to let you know. Just let it know. Just let it be known that it's a mystery. Because Lily is a mystery.
Perfect.
But Emma Wagner really wants to know. I don't know. You'll have to... Lily, where is she? Lily.
No, we definitely won't know. Well, every time... See, that's the curse, right? We want to know what Lily's favorite Zelda game is, and she just cuts off the internet. So what are you going to do?
You can't ever ask about Lily.
Yeah. Stop, please, in chat. Stop asking about Lily's favorite Zelda game. It'll destroy Kurt's internet. Thank you. Just kidding. Anyways, I just got a goddess cube, which is hiding back here after you finish the temple. So make sure you get that. And then I don't know how much time we have left because Kurt is running the timer. But
we have about 8 minutes.
Cool. Oh, you're back. Are you back? I see you.
Yes. We can't talk about my cats anymore.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the curse.
So you're at the 8-minute mark.
Cool.
Okay. Here we are. Anyways,
this is the end. I finished. This is the last. This is the cutscene.
Wow.
That ends off.
You did quick.
Thanks.
Where's Lily?
Lily's the one cutting off your internet.
Yeah. It's fine. A lot of people in chat say I blame Lily, and you know what? I say that for everything. And I love that cat, but I blame Lily for everything.
Any other questions in the last few minutes?
Just a lot of people upset that a lot of people talk about plot twist with Lily. Plot twist: Lily is chewing on his internet fiber cables. She would. She chews on my hard drives, and I absolutely lose my mind. I typoed in chat, and I actually said I'm Knack, so that's it. I'm Knack.
And that killed it too. You know how it goes. Knack. Don't say Lily. Don't say Knack. These are the no words. But it's cool. We are coming up towards the end here. We got the Ruby Tablet, so now we can go to Elden Volcano. But we're not going to do that here, unfortunately. Here's Fi telling us, it would appear that Zelda purified herself in the waters of this spring. I calculate a 97% chance that she has already set out for Elden, where another great spring exists. However, it is not clear what method of travel Zelda used to move from here to her next destination. My analysis suggests you should take the tablet to the altar in Skyloft. obvious information. Doing so will likely open a new column of light on the surface, allowing you to descend to another area and continue to search for Zelda. So here's the thing about Fi, if you think about it. Her sole purpose, like the reason that they were created, was to guide Link. So if I were Fi, of course, I would just be in his face. Like, hey, like, I'm going to be really obvious and really blunt with you because I don't want you to mess up and make the world disappear. So that's how I feel about it. Oh, so here's another interesting change in the game. In the original Wii version, after that cutscene, it would prompt you, do you want to save before moving on? Now, because Skyward Sword HD has autosave, you do not actually have to, that prompt doesn't happen at all in the game anymore. It'll just automatically save to keep the pace moving. So I'm sure speedrunners will be into that. And I just think, like I said, it just keeps the pace moving. So you have an autosave for this stuff now, too.
Hey.
Are you back?
Yep.
What's the timer at?
You got 5 minutes.
Okay. I guess I could do a little bit more because we're kind of done with the Skyview Temple. I could just go fly around in the sky for a few minutes. Anyways, I'm glad you're back.
I'm not allowed to stream anymore. Either that, or I need to call Comcast. I need to be like, we need to chat. Like, we need to see what is up. Homie, don't play this. I ain't dealing with this.
I'm sorry you are dealing with it.
Oh, God, barely. He's Knack. I'm Knack, everybody.
Skyward Sword HD is actually Knack 3. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Let's see what we got. Shaken and Chit-Chatteroo, my cool cat dudes. Unfortunate freeze frame from Kurt. I wonder how sick I looked. Comcast, no wonder. Yeah, I know. Punch myself in the face. Anyways, we're not here to talk bad about internet providers. We're here to talk about the real life experience of Skyward Sword HD. What it is.
Figured
does the somebody wants to know, does the 60 frames per second help for the motion controls?
I haven't played motion controls too much, admittedly. I've dabbled with it a little bit. I think the 60 FPS definitely helps the overall experience. It definitely feels a lot smoother, but I think the motion controls actually feel a little similar. And unfortunately, because there's no sensor bar like the Wii Remote, you have to kind of constantly calibrate the Joy-Con.
Here's a question. How does it feel handheld?
It feels good. I think, I know this is such a common complaint, but like the Joy-Cons are a little small, and I think that if you're trying to like move the right stick a lot, your hands are so close. It's not. I think after a while your thumb might hurt, but I think it's doable. I want to try the game in handheld more. I played a little bit in handheld because I've been capturing the footage for our videos, so I've had to play it docked. But I tried a teeny bit, and I could see it maybe getting on your thumb a little bit after a while to keep constantly moving the right stick and holding the L button if you're trying to move the camera and stuff.
We got somebody asked me a question if I'm looking forward to collecting the tiers. You know what? I don't think the tiers are so bad. I think the music notes are what is really tedious, if you remember that. I was talking about this before we started the stream. That's like the main point of that game, which I was like, this is a bit annoying.
While you were away, someone asked what my least favorite part of the game was after what my favorite dungeon was, and I mentioned that as well. I also, the tiers never really bothered me. I kind of like it. It's like a little stealth mission,
I don't mind the tiers, but the music notes is like, I always think of that being the thing that annoyed me the most. All right, let's see what we got going on. Are you using a Pro Controller? Jason, yes. Evan is playing with a Pro Controller. He's flipping, he's diddling the thumbstick. That's how he's doing the sword.
Yes.
Is flying with the loft wings better? So that's a question from Wibney, and we also have that question in Twitch chat as well. How are the loft flying controls?
How much time do I have? Like a minute?
Oh, shnikes. You have a minute and a half.
Okay, let me do the loft wing and then I'll call it here. So, the loft wing now controls with the left stick on the button controls, which is much nicer in the Wii version, and if you're doing motion controls, you have to point at it, and you have to shake to flap up, but now you just have to hit A. Much nicer. Just gotta smack the A button, and I feel like it's more precise. You could do stuff like this, just like up and down. You could shimmy up and down. And then it's the X button to use the little dash things on the bottom. And then it's B. You hold B to slow down, which is the same as the Wii. It was that back B button. But yeah, Loftwing I think is a lot nicer to control now with the button control for sure.
We got Ricky Spider K. Can you move the camera in HD? Yes, you can. I don't know if you demonstrate this if you can demonstrate this while flying, but if you hold the trigger down, you're able to then move the camera freely. Does the game have free camera with no motion controls? Yes, that's what we're talking about right now.
So I can't do it while I'm flying, but you can see here, look around, L plus R. That's how you do it. The L button plus the R button, the right stick.
Thank goodness.
All right, is that time here?
You got 20 seconds.
All right, 20 seconds. Let's go. Let's fly around.
Go to the lumpy pumpkin.
I don't think I can make it there in 20 seconds.
Do it. You have 13 seconds. Go to the lumpy pumpkin.
It's right there. You can see it, that little island.
All right. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's it.
All right.
And we have wrapped it up. Look at you, Evan. You look incredible. You look fantastic.
My Link outfit. I wanted to dress up, I figured, hey, we're streaming, we're having fun, we're having a good time.
I should have dressed up like what's his face with the tongue. I should have
Girahim.
Yes.
That would have been fun. I didn't tell you about this. I thought I'd surprise you with this as well as the audience.
Oh my god, it was absolutely amazing. I should have dyed my hair white and got a really big collar. Yeah. Anyways, hey everybody who's watching, who's just tuning in. We just got done playing The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword HD. We only have 40 minutes to be able to spend some time with it, but the game comes out on Friday, and a review is up by our very own Kevin Kenizovic. You can check that out at GameSpot.com. Also, Evan Langer, Mr. Nintendo Zelda expert himself, has done a ton of content. So plug that content while you're here.
Sure, yeah. So we did I did a graphics comparison of the Wii and the Switch version, the Wii version running on Wii U, 10 minutes of gameplay within the Skyview Temple, which you also just saw. We just did this live stream, which will be a lot of VODed, so you can watch this later if you'd like.
And you can see me cut out 6 times.
Yes, you can watch that again. And I'm also working on a video about the biggest changes between the two versions, which I'm currently writing, and hopefully that'll be up by the end of the week. And that's all I have to plug. If you would like to see more Skyward Sword content, let us know. Now that we have our hands on the game, after all those videos are done, we could potentially make more, so let us know. If you want to see Kurt's Cats play Skyward Sword HD, let us know that as well. We could try and make that happen. Is that Megatron?
Yeah, look at that eggplant. Yeah. She looks like a lumpy pumpkin. She is the lumpy pumpkin. When you fly, I'm going to go zoop in on my Loftwing and take a seat at the lumpy pumpkin on my bed. Look at this.
If you want to see Megatron be the lumpy pumpkin, let us know, and we'll make that
It's right here. You don't even need to say let us know. Just look.
Yeah.
Introducing the lumpy pumpkin.
We're already giving people what they want. Oh, there we go. Damn, look at that lumpy pumpkin.
For those just tuning in, welcome to the Lumpy Pumpkin GameSpot special. Is she breathing? Yeah, she's breathing. She's good. Okay.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
You just get it real close to my face now. Hey, how's it going? Anyways, how's everybody doing? You guys looking forward to hang out with a Lumpy Pumpkin on Friday? When's all the embargo jibber jabber? Like, we have this embargo. When's some videos going up, Evan? When can we? Are those already on GameSpot?
Yeah, all of them that I listed except for the biggest changes that I mentioned. I'm still writing. All of that's up right now. Graphics comparison and video
review.
Our review. You read our review on the website. You watch our video review or graphics comparison on this channel, or I guess GameSpot YouTube channel. And on GameSpot trailer, which is our second channel, you can check out the gameplay clip. I'm working on biggest changes, which will hopefully go by the end of the week. But everything else I listed, you watch right now ahead of launch, which is cool. The game releases on Friday. Alongside the game, there's the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibos we mentioned. There's also the Master Sword and Hylian Shield Joy-Cons that they're releasing. I think they're sold out everywhere, but maybe there'll be some
you got
available.
One, don't you? You bought them.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes. You got to turn on Wario 64 Twitter notifications after a Nintendo announcement to make sure you get those pre-orders, because otherwise you're screwed. Or you got to camp out at a store in the morning of. But I don't know if I could be like, hey, I know I work for GameSpot, but can I take off work to go stand in front of a store for many hours and try to get an item? So.
It's still a job at the end of the day. You still got to take off a little work. You got to lose $1 or $2 to be able to make, to spend money on the things that are true value to you, like waiting in line.
I was just about to say, I don't know if I want to use my time off to stand in front of a Best Buy for a bunch of hours to get some Zelda controllers. I'll be honest with you.
What else we got? Also, I guess while your folks are here, there's a Ren Harasaki in chat. If you don't know who he is the other Zelda expert, the Breath of the Wild expert, a treasure among the world in terms of his talent and ability to understand that game and make content around that game. So please, hey Max, hey Ren Harasaki, thanks for hanging out. Also for new folks here, go to our channel, go to GameSpot, go to youtube.com/GameSpot. Check out all the Skyward Sword stuff we have up on the channel today. And also while you're there, make sure to check out Max's phenomenal videos on a whole bunch of crap you didn't know about Breath of the Wild, because it's never ending, because that game's absurd and he's absurd. He's very talented at that game.
I agree with everything Kurt said 100%. So at this point, we can wrap it up, or if you guys have more questions, I can answer the questions even though I'm not playing the game. Oh. Did we lose Kurt again?
We lost Kurt again.
All right. Well, if we lost Kurt, I guess that's where we could wrap it up for now, if that's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up then. Thank you all so much for joining and watching me play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. If you have any additional questions, you can leave them in the comments of this video after it becomes a VOD. You can go watch any of our other videos and leave questions. You could message me on Twitter if you'd like. I'm happy to answer any and all questions that you guys might have. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this still frame of Kurt right next to me. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for joining.